Coming up on Mobile Learning in the Classroom, informational texts. Hi, my name is Trainin, and this is Mobile Learning in the Classroom from TechEdge, and today I want to talk about informational texts. All of these apps are actually apps we've talked about before, apps and websites, of course. But I think that it is important to go back to stable apps and say, here are some things that have been around with us for a while, they're being maintained, there is quality, and they keep adding features, and this is something you want to pay attention to, because at the same time you've had some wonderful apps and wonderful websites that have been created and don't last. So the first one I want to talk about is Newsela. Newsela is an app that gives kids access to processed information. The texts are from the news, but they're edited for content. The visuals are very appealing, so that's always good. And you can see how you can get access to fantastic texts. You can see the quality of the pictures as well. And you can see the fact that you can read through this. These are longer texts at various levels, so you want to take care and make sure that these are appropriate for your students. The other thing that you want to pay attention to is that there's a date, so it connects to a specific date and when it happened in the news. The second thing is that it adds other things that you may like if you like this article, which is always helpful because that can guide kids to keep on reading about the topic, and if they have access to this app at home, that means they can keep reading, they get interested, they get curious with other things. That's fantastic. What you can see on the bottom is that ability to know what kind of text it is, what level, and this is using Lexile, so this is 950L. You can see that there are other features, including communicating with a teacher or with a classroom. I don't have it in classroom. You've got a quiz, so you can actually have kids be accountable for what they read through doing some of the work right on the website. And of course, they can take notes or answer a question. Here is pick a detail from this article and explain how it helps you understand. So there's work that is attached to the pieces that are in there, and that's one of the great things about Newsela. And you can see that this is very, very attractive, nice headlines. And this is from today, but you can see that it goes back. This is another article that I myself was interested in, so that's another way to think about that. And while there are photos, they're not flooded with visuals, so it is clean and crisp text that is easy to read. So this is Newsela. The next one is one I've talked about a few times, and that is Newsomatic. Newsomatic can be accessed on the app or through the website. You can look through and make sure that things are appropriate, and again, a teacher can have access and assign articles to students, but what I love about it is the ability to actually have choice reading within that app. And we can see there's a Super Bowl preview. I love the font. It's a very clear, crisp, clean font, despite the fact that there's quite a bit of graphics around. And you can see that you've got, on top of the article itself, you've got some additional things, including a map, including opinions, fact-checking, and the ability to act, slideshows, videos, and all of that. So there's more there. The other feature that is here is the Read to Me feature, which allows kids who are not necessarily as fluent as readers to still get the content. And of course, it allows younger kids to have access to more sophisticated texts. So this is part of another great app. So this, again, navigation takes you back home. You can see that you can go back in time, so you can see the things from previous days. You don't have to use just that day, so you can see there's alpine skiing and hyperlinks within that text as well. So this is Newsomatic. Great option, again, has been with us for quite a while. If you're a parent and you want this at home, after a month of free trial that you can try it and see if kids use it, you can start paying for it. So that's another option. The third option I want to talk about is National Geographic Kids. And National Geographic is a well-known brand, and they've got an app for kids which is fantastic. So in this app, you have some things that are free, and then you have to pay for extra content. And you can choose a topic. In this case, you can shake it all about and get some facts. In this case, sea snail mucus was once used to make purple dye. And yeah, that is weird, but not that weird, I think. Anyway, there's information that can come here as a way to entice kids to get interested in topics about animals and nature, and that's a great way to get kids started on reading, started on doing research. So that's National Geographic Kids, and that's the weird but true. There's also general National Geographic Kids. The last place I want to talk about is not exactly an app. It is a website, and it works well with Chrome. And this is Actively Learn. I've talked about Actively Learn as well. They have a fantastic interface for teachers that allows you to assign readings, but it also allows kids to look for readings within their grade level. And so this is my account, and I'm sitting in somebody else's class, and I can do some independent reading, and I can look for different texts. And what I love about this is you can quickly filter the text and say, I want to read the text that's at the 4th or 5th grade level, and that gives me that, and then it allows me to get this article, and immediately it tells you how many pages, it tells you a general rating, and it gives you some information about this, so you can choose whether you want to read this or not, and you can then add it to your catalog, which means now I have access to this. I can go to my texts, and here it is, and I can start reading, and I know how long it is. The advantage here is that teachers can also assign specific questions and design their own activities with this text, and you can see that this is a fantastic text. It's got some keywords highlighted to help you focus on the things that are important and on developing these vocabulary ideas. And it, on the right-hand side, also allows you to have access to more information, and you can see that they draw from different places, and here they integrate also video and other features, so you have these multiple layers that exist within Actively Learn that allows you to access and to process texts very, very well. So today on Mobile Learning in the Classroom, we talked about informational texts and how you can use apps and websites to access them, mostly for free. If you want long-term use, there will be some fees involved, but all of them can be tried for free, and it gives great access to thousands upon thousands of texts and ideas that kids can really start consuming these informational texts that we know are so important for their literacy development. And I'll see you next time on Mobile Learning in the Classroom.